Hi there, I'm Read Your Comments, and today we're going to be reading UngrAr, the Unggoy Who Knew. And this is basically a Halo fanfiction that I wrote about 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure it's awful, it's not very good, but that's why I'm reading it, to give you my own horrible fanfiction, so that you can experience something new from away from the throes of Peter Chimera, away from the throes of the general stuff. I'm going to give you some of my crap instead of some of that generic crap that you always love to make fun of. So we'll just begin. UngrAr, the Unggoy Who Knew. Thick black clouds passed over the battlefield. The entire field was strewn with the corpses of both human and Covenant bodies. One Unggoy lay, sitting, covered in his comrade's blood. UngrAr was his name, and UngrAr was angry. He was done with this war. Reach. That was the name the humans called this planet. He knew the truth, however, about the humans. The prophets were keeping something from them all, and this made UngrAr feel compassion for this human he saw. It was a human female in its primitive armor, and she looked scared. All she could do was whimper and try to crawl away, but UngrAr shook his head. He barely knew any of the humans' language, but he knew what the woman meant. She wanted to run from him, hide from him. UngrAr shook his head and thought of the right words.
No, please. Friend, no pain.
The woman's eyes widened.
Why the fuck would you help me, you little shit?
It's not really a woman voice, but whatever. UngrAr sat down and sighed.
Lies, traitor, not right.
The woman threw back her head and laughed. A covey showing compassion? Ha, I bet you little shh. She paused. Blood specks landed on UngrAr's face. She whipped them off and looked around the battlefield for a human medic. Something caught his eye. A white box in the back of one of the bodies. He ran towards it, grabbed it, and waddled back to the woman. Her eyes widened again. She was surprised. Maybe this grunt could help her after all. Please, the little white stick in there. Grab it. UngrAr saw the syringe and handed it to the woman. She pierced it through her armor and breathed a sigh of relief. UngrAr nodded.
Good. Yes?
The woman nodded back. Yeah, good. UngrAr talked to the woman for 10 more minutes. It was more like listening. She told him of how his race had killed her people, and he did his best to explain his situation. See, UngrAr was in the service to the prophets as a servant, and as a servant he had access to a great deal of knowledge. By eavesdropping, of course. One day, however, he was caught and ended up on a troop transport, headed into a suicide mission. The woman, whose name was Carol, listened and tried her best to listen to the Unggoy. So, you're saying that because you heard them talk about some big plan they sent you here, lucky you weren't killed, then I wouldn't have that little more time that you gave me. UngrAr nodded. Carol was nice enough to tell him she was probably going to die, but she would give him her dog tags so he could help the humans. An hour later of talk, and Carol passed peacefully. The little Unggoy had learned a lot. He wouldn't forget this, and remembered to grab her dog tags. UngrAr took the woman's helmet as well and placed it over his head. Slowly, he turned to look at the sky. It was a little lighter, and UngrAr would never forget this as he started off into the distance, hoping to find either humans or maybe even to teach his own kind this way of life. Holy crap, this is one of the biggest pieces of shit I've ever read, and I wrote it. Oh God, past me, what is wrong with you? Alright, thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more readings, I guess. Don't take that as whoring. Seriously, I'm going to be doing more stuff. A lot more fun stuff. Do it. Just watch and listen. Have a sexy time. Goodbye.